All right, settle down, everyone. Settle down, settle down, settle down. Okay, settle down, everyone. We're here. I'm here. Welcome in. Appreciate y'all coming through. We got Darth Vader in the house for some obvious, not so obvious reasons, but yes, welcome in, everyone. It's hot, man. I literally just came back from the store. Was gone for like maybe an hour. It's so hot. I don't even want to go anywhere. And now I'm upstairs, and since hot air rises, now I'm warming up in here. And I got the hiccups. I had to eat something real quick. But yes, hey spaceship, welcome in. Appreciate you. We got a couple things to go over. We're just chilling. Don't really want to do anything too much with today, you know. And so we'll go over some like news stories, and we'll maybe we'll play Planet Coaster or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's so hot outside. Oh my god, I literally just went a block up the road to Publix, and just going to Publix and coming back, it's just hot. And I mean, I guess it didn't help that I had a hot meal just now, so like I'm kind of warm, but it's whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. Planet Coaster, maybe I'll do Planet Coaster. Maybe I'll play Marvel Rivals. Something like that. You play Fortnite? Well, funny thing about Fortnite. That AI Darth Vader's out of hand, man. Let me see if I can AI Darth. I don't want to put out. I play. I mean, I've played them before, but I don't play them on I don't have time to play any games literally at all. So I don't play games on a consistent basis. So right now, literally the last game that I played was, I played Warzone with friends from other states, just because it's the only time I talk to them. But I played Oblivion remake since that came out. And that's really lately what I've been playing, but I jump around. I can literally play almost anything. It's just whether or not I'm into wanting to play that or whatever. So, I'm trying to find some things here to go. Okay. Let's start with this, okay? Because this is pretty hilarious, I must say. It's pretty funny. And I want to mute this. Let's mute this real quick, because we have a problem with Darth Vader. He's out of control, guys, okay? He's out of control, okay? I don't know how or why. I guess this is built into the game. I'm not even sure what happened. So apparently they have AI built into Fortnite for Darth Vader specifically. I'm not sure how or why. And you can like talk to him, and it'll ask him, he'll answer questions and stuff like that. It's pretty weird. Which initially would have been kind of cool, you know, like, okay, let's put AI into this and he can answer your questions. But now it's getting a little out of hand. So let's go ahead and see what Darth Vader has to say.
Vader, the chat is asking you which trilogy is the best in your opinion.
The chat seeks my opinion on trilogies, such quaint diversions. The original trilogy demonstrated the Empire's might, and the prequels elucidated its fall. As for the sequels, they do not exist, which amuses me. What value do you place on such childish entertainments, Master Chief?
He said the sequels don't exist. Fuck yeah, dude.
He is programmed to say what?
The sequels don't exist.
He is programmed to say what?
Woo! Thank you, Vader. That's pretty big.
He
Vader.
said they don't exist, which amuses me?
That's so hilarious. That is so hilarious. What I do like though, I like whoever this is. I like how his like character kind of like moves and stuff. That is pretty cool.
It's the gingerbread man.
Master Chief, press the assault. Unleash the full measure of your
It
anger
froze.
upon our adversaries.
How can you say the sequels don't exist? I agree, they're terrible, which amuses me too. But shouldn't you not feel that way since Disney's so powerful?
Powerful, perhaps, Master Chief, but I'm not swayed by corporate agendas. Disney. That the sequels are subpar. Universally acknowledged. Should I feign enthusiasm for mediocrity?
I can't believe that I hear.
There it is, guys. There it is. The sequels don't matter. They don't exist. And you know what's funny? Maybe you know what's funny, because he could say that they don't exist because he died in the original trilogy, so he's not aware of the sequels. So that could be kind of like the gateway to kind of negate what's happening, as a workaround. But I mean, he's literally saying that they suck because everyone else says they suck. So it's like he's just speaking facts. You know what I mean? He's just speaking facts. I think that's the only one I can actually show, because there's some pretty outlandish stuff that happens. So we don't want to go into that. But I thought that was pretty hilarious. Okay, let's see what else we got here. What else we got going on? Oh wait, is there another one? Oh yeah. This one's good. Yeah, this one's good too. Let's watch this one. Let's watch this one.
Theme parks and chicken tenders. A combination of manufactured joy and infantile sustenance. I see the appeal for simple minds. Wallen, why does this culinary regression intrigue you so? Theme parks.
See, he doesn't like chicken tenders either. You see, it's full circle. So yeah, that's pretty funny. Pretty funny, guys. That's why I'm wearing the shirt today. That's why I'm wearing this shirt. You gotta represent for truthfulness, you know what I mean? So I thought that was that's just so, it's stupid and funny at the same time. It's so hilarious. Okay, guys. So yeah, let's see, what else have we got here? Let me see what else I want to talk to again. Okay, here we go. Okay, everyone. You know what? That's a good point. Let's check that out, actually. Let's check current wait times for Epic. Okay, right now this is where we're at, guys. This is today. Okay. Yoshi's right now is a 15-minute wait. Yoshi has 15 minutes. Stardust looks like it's down right now, but it did last about a 30-minute wait. Monsters Unchained is down for a couple hours, but the last time said about 20-minute wait. Meeting Toothless, look at this. Meeting Toothless is insane, and right now it's a 60-minute wait. Mario Kart is a 120-minute wait. Hiccup's Wing Gliders, great ride, 30-minute wait. Harry Potter has been down for the last couple of hours, but it topped out at 165. So 2.5 hour wait. 2.5 hour wait? 2.5 hour wait at least. Right? Fire drill. It's hot. People are gonna go on it. 50-minute wait. That's explains it. Dragon Rally, 35 minutes wait. That's just a basic ride. No one really likes that. Constellation Carousel's 35 minutes right now, which is kind of interesting. And then Bowser Jr.'s 10 minutes is like a walk-on, basically. Which 10 minutes actually is pretty long for that. Yeah, three rides are down right now. Stardust Racers, Monsters Unchained, and Harry Potter. Basically, the top 3 rides are down. Top 3 rides are down right now. This Ministry, look at this. 300, 300, 300. That's the craziest thing. So 2 hours is like the lowest it's been all day today. It's pretty insane. Well, actually now is the lowest because once this thing opens up, oh my God, people are probably just gonna... I wonder how long people stood and waited in this pocket right here in like an hour. I wonder how long they waited like when it went down. So yeah, that's pretty insane. And I'm surprised Stardust doesn't... Well, I guess it kind of makes sense. Right? That Stardust usually doesn't top out too big because it's outside all the other portals. So you have to go outside the portal of where you're currently at to get on it. Oh, which brings me to another thing. The werewolf ride is not even open at all. So that's completely down. And so this is the last week until we're officially open on Friday, guys. Guardian had 107. Oh my God. Yeah, I can't. That's just way too much. That's way too much. But yeah, I mean, the lines are lining right now. And we got to check out all this stuff too, right? Look at this. Universal, we have Jaws coming out for its 50th anniversary. And Universal's preparing. And how do they prepare? With merch. Buy it. Do it. Buy it, right? So here's some photos from Universal Orlando that shows right next to where you can take a picture with Jaws or the fake Jaws. Is that supposed to be Jaws? Wait, that reminds me. Is that supposed to be Jaws or is that supposed to be the shark that they caught before they actually killed Jaws? Well, they thought that they killed Jaws, right? Wait. Jaws had a baby. I think that's what it was. I don't remember. Amber knows. But we have merch now. So they have the Amityville Island sign. 50th annual regatta from July 4th to the 10th. That's what the sign says. So it's all in this section. You see there's a section where the shark is, so you can take a picture with the shark. The fictional town celebrating 4th of July weekend. We have the truck, Coca-Cola. No swimming. We got little signs and crates here. They got food booths, which are coming soon. So they're getting everything all decked out. So they have like the signs, they have like the decoration. Here's another food booth here. Some little decorating on the sides here. Oh, it's Bruce the Shark, because Bruce. Okay. Skipper photo this way. Captain Jake's Amity Boat Tours. The photo op tribute for the former ride. Oh yeah, there it is. So you could take a little picture there, which is cool. Paula Marie. That's the boat name. They have some retheming. They have buttons that you can press. They have interactive buttons. And then inside the store there, they have all this stuff. Signage. They have some shirts. Looks like they have a... Wait, is that the game? Yeah, Jaws is pretty crazy. I don't like going in the water. Oh, look at that. Imagine, can you imagine? That's a megalodon right there. And this is just one picture. Oh, skipper of the month. So they have like just little things here and there. Okay, let's see the other stuff. We got a new drink bucket, a drink cup, which is pretty dope, right? It's got the little lid there. Okay, we got that. All right, we got some more merch. 50th anniversary merch. We got a tank top that's there. Oh, they're giving the price too. Look at that. I love it. $37 for the tank top. We got this regular shirt for $27. Not too bad. Ooh, the V-neck yellow shirt, $37. Ooh, we got a little Josh plushie. We got a mug. Don't go in the water. It's like a 6-can cooler for $40. Don't go in the water. It's insulated, looks like. We got a bucket hat. Ooh, we got the... Ooh, look at the inside of the bucket hat. I like that. That's pretty dope. A regular hat. A regular hat. A wallet. A little zip wallet. Uh-oh. I wonder... How much is that wallet? $35 for that wallet. Oh, we got the purse. Look at this purse. A spoon, because you always need a collectible spoon, right? We got pins, keychains. Those are cool keychains. We got a bottle bag. A fleece blanket. $40. That must be a small fleece blanket. Oh, that's the front and the back. That's kind of cool. How much is it? $40? Okay, yeah, that does kind of make sense then, I guess. Is there anything else? Nope, that was it. So they have a lot of stuff you can buy. A lot of stuff you can buy. So let's get rid of that. Annual pass. We've been talking about this for a while though. So now that it's kind of premature to talk about, but now that Epic Universe is coming out this Friday, open to everyone in the public that can get tickets, which is already, people can already get tickets. Now begs the question, when will Universe sell Epic? When will Universal sell Epic Universe annual passes? All of this is just conjecture. I'm thinking January 2026 is probably going to be the earliest, unless they're not selling as much. But I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. But let me see here. All right, let's just read it real quick. Let's just try to get through this real quick, all right? We'll try to get through this real quick. Let's turn this off. Okay. Universal Epic Universe opens next week. Mark a huge milestone in the ongoing battle between Universal and Disney World, boasting 4 major theme lands and a Central Park style connection in them all. Epic Universe is certainly worthy of your attention. There are world-class attractions, some absolutely wonderful dining, setting that invite you to relax while on vacation, and increasingly novel concepts in the park. However, Universal is clearly still trying to figure out how to best sell tickets to the theme park. That includes timing when they'll make annual passes available. In this article, we'll speculate. Okay, we'll speculate. First and foremost, we will start by saying Universal Orlando has announced the annual passes for Epic Universe will be available at some point. The question is of timing and pass structure. In terms of when, we expect Universal will go and try to squeeze guests a bit. What do you mean? Right now, you can't purchase multi-day tickets. Typically, guests can purchase a ticket package that includes 2 or more days. Oh, I see what they're saying. You can't purchase multi-day for Epic Universe. You have to buy other stuff. Hey, what's up, Polo? Buy 10? Why buy 10? I think it sounds fine. Is it too low? Now you got me thinking. Maybe I'll just put it closer. How about that? I'll just put it closer. That's a little better? Blah, 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 blah. For example, if I want to visit Universal Studios Island Adventure, spending 4 days apart, I can head over to Universal, plug in 4 days, spit out a variety of tickets. I can play that. When you're purchasing a multi-day, discounts are offered. Going back to the example, tickets cost da. Compared to the price of roughly $150 when purchased at a single day. Okay, yeah. Going back to Epic Universe, Universal is either offering a ticket bundle that forces Universal to the other theme parks or a single day. Yeah, you can't buy multiple Epic Universe. We know that. Yeah. So the question has still become, when will Universal feel comfortable selling discount tickets? To answer that question, we have to know how ticket sales are going. Interestingly enough, ThrillData.com has figured out a way to track ticketing. There are a number of caveats in this data. We can at least start with some trends. One trend is becoming apparent right now, is probably already expected one. Universal is planning on strictly managing capacity and ramping up operations throughout the summer. That means capacity will likely be lower in the first month or so, operating before opening up a bit starting in July. That kind of makes sense. It's a little better. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, that anytime you open up anything, you have to do kind of something. If we take the Thrill data figures at face value, Epic Universe will have a standard operating capacity of roughly 22,000 guests this summer once they ramp up period is over. During the first month, daily operation caps of 11 to 14 appear to be in place. Wait, what? Wait, what? They're saying, wait, what? Epic Universe will have a standard operating capacity of roughly 22 this summer once the ramp-up period is over. Oh, during the first month, daily operating caps 11 to 14. Okay, so the first month is going to be pretty busy, right? But they're trying to get 22,000 guests. That's actually quite a bit, because for whatever reason, I was hearing a while back that it was like 60,000, and I was like, damn, that's a lot of people. But 22,000 sounds a lot more accurate to fit, because it's not just the whole park in general. It's like everyone goes inside the portals. There's not a lot of people usually in Celestial Park. Everyone is pretty much either transferring from portal to portal, or they're already in the portal. So you have to have a capacity within those portals themselves. So that kind of makes sense, that 22,000 is that. Beyond top level credit, we also have some insight of how many tickets have been sold. As you imagine, opening week is selling well. The opening couple of days are sold out, with a few thousand tickets available for the next few days. Opening week sales are probably considered strong. We have been watching one-day ticket sales. Okay, we imagine Universal is trying to balance those multi-day. Universal will certainly prefer those tickets higher priced. Okay, that said, when you start for sales, tickets start to slow down, you'll still have a top level park capacity available to sell, which would then expect Universal to open up more capacity a single day. That's why exactly they've done. It's all a game that's been fascinating to play over the week. Going back to the question, I speak from some perspective as someone has zero inside knowledge of someone who is simply in industry. It appears that there's strong interest in the opening week, and then ticket sales start to stagnate a bit. In fact, opening week sale dates have sold 50% less of the park full capacity. In fact, some opening week dates have sold less than 50% of the park capacity. Interesting. Ticket sales for June look to be okay, not weak, but not strong either. Once July hits, higher capacity limits are in place. It's rare to see more than 35% of tickets sold for that day. Again, I have no idea how they work for theme park, but the numbers don't look strong. That's because it's getting hot as crap outside. Hey, Monique, how you doing? It's getting hot, bro. No, I just went outside to go to the store today, and I didn't want to do that. So it's just crazy. That said, there are a few major levels that Universal can pull off in the sales of multi-day tickets to Epic Universe will likely be a significant indicator. If Universal is unhappy with attendance, they'll need to get more guests in the park. We'd expect to see sales multi-day tickets next tier. Yep. That makes sense. Our next major level Universal could pull off is adding to the annual pass product. Chatter among the fan community is that we won't see annual passes until 2026, but I wouldn't be so sure. If ticket sales are as mediocre as they appear, I would expect to see Universal and Epic Universe annual pass before summer is over. That's pretty quick, but I mean, that's exactly what I said. Like if the sales aren't there, they're going to try and add it on as quickly as possible. But yeah, if they're selling tickets, they're not going to do it until January. But what they do to compensate not selling tickets is getting annual pass holders to come in so they can buy merch. And that's really all it is. They're going to buy food, buy merch, and that's how they get their money generating, not by the ticket sales themselves, but by just generating food and merchandise sales. I think the last big hurdle for Universal is that they had to get past before it can really start to film theme parks is ride reliability. Yes, major sticking point. Yes, during the early opening preview period, so they corrected that preview period, and something that will cause Epic Universe to have a very bad word of mouth for months. If Universal is able to get to rides are reliable, they have some unfilled capacity. Annual pass sales will be the best way to get locals in the theme park, yes, especially following a preview period where locals have likely gotten their fill of the park and not rushing back to pay full price to return. That is exactly right too. We went twice. It was fun. We got to do pretty much all the stuff we wanted to do. It is a fun park. I would love to go there consistently, you know, as an annual pass holder. I would like to be able to go there whenever I can. And I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I want to be able to go back and ride the things and do all that stuff, but I don't want to pay full price, number one. And you know, I have so many other parks I can go to, but I mean, I would like to go to this park. I would like to ride Hiccups. I would like to ride Ministry again. I would like to ride Monsters. I'd like to get content for the, you know, all that stuff, all, you know, going there and streaming from there and doing all that stuff. But, you know, yeah, I don't want to pay full price. So, close up by making a plea to Universal to sell Universal passes. I would love Epic Universe. I love to be able to spend that. Said I purchased my opening weekend tickets for those. Likely be the last I purchased before annual pass product. I don't think I'm going alone. There are a number of new entertaining offers for Disney World that will grab the attention. Disney World not only sells annual product 50% off. Disney World not only sells an annual pass product, but is now offering 50% off the initial down payment for Floridians. Yeah, it's so super hot out. So that's actually good. Universal, please compete for that attention by offering annual passes. So, what is the people read this? Universal reads this under Blog Mickey? And there's no comments? When did this come out? Oh, it came out today. So, of course, there's maybe no comments. Okay. So, yeah, but that makes sense, though. I mean, that's what I was saying. It was, you know, it's... Adding annual pass is going to determine how many tickets they sell for this summer or how many tickets they are going to sell for the winter. And what's going to be the cost, you know, the cost ratio. How are they making money? The ROI, return on investment. You know, are they making enough money, or they need to supplement the merchandise or something? You know what I mean? So that is going to determine that, I say. All right, let's get some music back in here. So let's keep it in the Universal feel. Okay, let's just make sure we have, because we definitely got to talk about. All right, we already did that. That's the same one. I do kind of want to look at that. We already looked at this. Okay. So I think that is okay, and then there's this too. Okay, so we'll keep this intact. As you guys already know, Harry Potter and the battle at the Ministry has been lifted of the curse of the virtual queue line. We are free from the shackles of digital lines, okay? So now you go to Epic Universe. You can stay in that real line for hours. if you want to ride this ride. Okay, that's what we're doing now. None of this digital stuff, digital line. No, you literally getting in the line now, and you're gonna take hours to get in here. So we already knew that this was happening. Once they lifted this, this was like the big ride for this park, which is kind of funny because you would think like, you know, everyone was high. You know, what's funny, like I wasn't even hyping up Stardust Racers. I knew, like, I was like, oh, Stardust Racers is just like a basic coaster, right? It just goes up and down. Like, how cool is that, you know? And then I was like, oh, it has one cool turn or whatever. But I didn't really see, you know, you can't really tell until you actually ride the ride and feel like those G-forces and feel the coaster and everything. It was pretty dope, especially when you're battling another coaster. It's a dual coaster. Oh man, Stardust Racers is an amazing coaster. And what's funny is that I think Harry Potter and maybe Monsters Unchained was talked about a lot more than like Stardust Racers. But Stardust Racers is an amazing coaster. But we already know this was going to happen. Harry Potter's a big franchise. It was talked about a lot. They gave you pictures of what inside the Ministry looked like, that you could actually go inside and take pictures and do all that stuff. So this was hyped. We already knew this was going to happen. But now they say that guests are waiting up to 300 minutes for Battle of the Ministry. But this looks like even worse. It says guest waits 300 minutes and sent to wrong queue for Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry. Oof. Oof. You got sent to the wrong queue? Oh my God. I'd be so mad. I'd be so mad. And there's actually a post on X actually about this, and I think I saw it too. But let's it's a short one, so let's read it. A recent post on X by aerial photographer Bio Reconstruct. Oh yeah, I know Bio Reconstruct. I've seen his stuff. He's got good stuff. Has shared his experience writing Harry Potter, which involved an advertised 300-minute wait and being sent down the wrong queue path. Oof. He arrived there yesterday. The posted wait 300. He timed his wait in the actual queue and later commented that his total time from entering the attraction and boarding the elevator ride was actually a little higher at 5 hours and 10 minutes. According to the post, this extended queue included a rope drop at the land's portal, standing in the middle of the street, going through the entire indoor plus outdoor queue for lesser... Really? Wait, what? Hold up. Hold up. Let me find this. This was yesterday. Holy cow. Yeah, we're checking this out. We're going to look at his whole day. That was yesterday. Construction, bridges, aerial look, Luna. Okay, here let's read this real quick though. The indoor and outdoor series of Mitsu and the full courtroom queue that goes through Umbridge's office. Yes. He explained that a team member working through the attraction that the day was not aware of the difference between the two lines and mistakenly told him that peeking either line didn't matter. In reality, those two lines will become standard and express. Oh, he went through express. The standard line on the left is longer and goes through additional outdoor queue. The right express lane skips the outdoor portion, which often results in a more shorter wait time. Microsoft didn't add a reply and heard that the problem has been corrected since the experienced mistake. Cast members should once again properly inform guests to stay in the standard when rating a line. Universal previously announced that Harry Potter was closed. Yep, it's already open. Despite the announcement, attraction reopened a day earlier with a standby queue instead of a virtual line. This is why the ride had such a long wait. Okay. So yes. They did the reconstruction. They did all that stuff. They opened it up, 300-minute queue line, and they told him to go to the express line. Or they told him to go to the standard queue instead of the express line. Let me see. Rope drop changes recently at Epic Previously, day guests lined up alongside the Atlantic until park opened. Resort guests passing the other side of a divided for early entry. Rope drops changed to individual worlds with early entry at a side. Wait, that's kind of always been what's been happening, though. Okay, so let's see. Spitfire Grill. Okay, a rapidly moving end of line sign for Battle Ministry. TM moving. Team member moving quickly alongside day guest, staging a rope drop for the Wizarding World. Okay, there's a meme too about this. Aerial view. This is area view for the extent. Okay, this is an aerial view. An aerial overview for the Metro Fluid. The queue can include a zigzag walkway. There's also a small walkway at the right. The roof can be used at the queue. So this is... So I'm thinking you enter up here and they're making you extend out here and then come back in here. And then this is where you go through the Flu network. I think that's what it is. I can't tell. That's what it looks like. An inside extended queue for Metro Flu near the pole at the center. Wait. Area near the pole seen at center. About 2 hours remaining for the ride attraction. A queue for the courtroom. According also, this is the queue. So yeah, that's what we were seeing from the aerial view. Okay. Interesting. Remarkable, not all available extended queue was used yesterday for battle. Perhaps no chains were ever staged. Park surprised by the 5-hour wait queue. I wouldn't. Who's surprised at that? These are extended queues. They got posters. Okay. Masonry theming. Extended queue for the Metro Flu. Okay. So now they're inside. Small detail notes in the courtroom. An open window taking the portraits room open to a corridor seen to the next room. Yep. Okay. Yep. I see that. Small detail. One of the talking portraits is on loan. With dirt outline in the courtroom queue. I don't remember if that... I think there was missing, but I don't remember. Maybe they just had to fix something. Easily overlook the door plate. Yeah, I remember that. Easily overlook, yep. The cats, all the cats. Some of the ceiling. That's inside Umbridge's office. Okay. A look back at the Battle of the Ministry entrance from ride queue after park closing. Yeah, so this is the regular queue. That's the entrance, that little one's entrance, and you come in, and then to the right here's where the Flu is. So like they're having you come through here, and I guess they're extending out this way somewhere, or they're making you come around the back. I'm not sure, but that's what I think is happening. Empty courtroom. Yep. Okay. And they added. It looks like they added more queue. Okay. Yeah, they did. They did. Because the queue didn't start till like right here somewhere. But they extended all of this too. They added all these things. Yeah. They added all that stuff. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Barricades the Wizarding World is part of the end night sweeps. Yep. Okay. All right. So nothing too bad. But I guess they were making you go inside here somewhere, which is weird. I don't know why they would make you do that. That's kind of interesting. Interesting. Volume is kind of low. Why is the volume low? Hold on. It's the normal volume that I always have it on. This is just my volume. Yeah, see, this is just my volume. My volume is usually fine. Is this a little better, I guess? I feel like, because now I'm getting into the red, and I don't like getting into the red. Well, I mean, let's test it. Let's test it. Let's see. Let's test it. I feel like, because now I'm getting into the red, and I don't like getting into the red. Here, and then come back this is where you go through the Blue Network. I think that's what I can't tell. That's what it looks like. I mean, the music is low. I always put the music low, but I mean, you do kind of have to put it on higher to hear me, but I mean, okay, all right, you guys are right. All right. Out of my hands. You guys are right. I'm not the one listening. You guys are the one listening, okay? I appreciate it. Hey, Amber, look at this. Look, new Jungle Freeze Lemonade topped with freeze-dried Skittles at Animal Kingdom. Did you see this? We were just there. Yes, we were just there yesterday. And this was just posted today. And it's Joffrey's right at the front. They got a new Jungle Freeze. Oh yeah, I saw that. I don't think I mentioned it to you, but I saw that. I saw that little sign. And I was like, oh, they have something that's got Skittles in it. And I was like, oh, okay. And I just didn't say anything. It's a frozen lemonade, Minute Maid lemonade, a kiwi syrup, and Skittles popped freeze-dried candy. Look at that. That would have been good, man. That would have been good. Because it was hot when we walked in there. It was so hot. Rude. I was like, it's too... I was like, we just got in here. Let's not buy stuff, okay? Let's not buy stuff. Now, like, we literally just walked in, right? So, yeah, there's that, too. Okay, guys. Look at this. This is good. This is a plus for everyone. Look at this. Disney World extends Disability Access Service, a DAS Steakhouse. Validity period to 1 year. So you get to have DAS for 1 year. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how long it was. I think it says it here. Let's read it though. Disney World had extended the DAS service to up to 1 year. Previously, the period was 240 days, which is weird. Like, why? I don't know. The new change allows eligible guests to have an annual pass to be able to use DAS throughout the length of their standard pass length without the need of renewing during that time. Yeah, because you could be denied. Guests will be required to renew once it expires. This is a plus. Thank you, Monique. Before sweeping 2024 changes, eligibility was valid up to 30 days, which is so stupid. 30 days? Are you serious? And that means I can only plan my trip within 30 days. What if I plan it 6 months in advance? Like, it's so dumb. I'm glad they changed this because this definitely looked bad on them. This is a big plus for Disney. When the changes took effect, Disney extended the validity to 120 days, which is better, but it's dumb. September, they extended it to 240. Okay, you're getting better. Now it's up to 1 year. Okay, now we're back up. Now we're back to a year. It's good. It's good. After 1 year, guests will need to re-register. Note that the validity period has always been valid for the length of the ticket or up to a number of days, whichever is shorter. I don't know. I don't deal with that, so I don't know. May 24 significantly narrowed the scope of guests who qualify, noting that guests who have a developmental disability like autism or disorder are unable to wait in a conventional queue. Note that this definition is for those who may qualify. In addition, Disney guests say that who are neurodivergent should practice waiting in lines ahead of their Disney World visit. Disney says waiting in line is a regular part of the Disney World resort experience, and that neurodivergent guests should be practice waiting with the guests with the neurodivergent at home or in lines in place as they might already frequent. Neurodivergent. Okay, I think I know what this means, but let's just, for the sake of example. What is considered A person on the autism spectrum and generally someone whose brain process is different. Neurodivergent is not something one becomes and sense of part of it. It refers to brain. Again, neurodivergent traits may be present from early childhood. Okay. What considered typical or normal reference to spectrum? Let's check. Let's check this. People were complaining that they get approved and then denied another time or vice versa. Yeah. Yeah, it's dumb. Consider with sensory processing, motor abilities, social comfort, cognition, and focus. The diversity falls on a spectrum. The neurodivergent program. Okay. I don't need to know I just need to know like. Okay. So that's the problem with being on the spectrum, I guess, is that it's such a wide spectrum that anywhere on there's probably a line where you could be approved for DAS and then not approved. So like they figure if you have it, then they'd rather just not deal with it at all because it's such a convoluted, not convoluted, it's just like a mixture of different extremes that it's hard to choose, I guess, maybe. But the problem is that they don't have someone who's a doctor or someone like this trying to approve or deny these. It's just like regular 16, 17-year-old people or something from what I hear. Like I hear it's just regular cast members that are just there and they're just like, they look at you and they're like, yeah, no, you can wait in line. That's fine. You know what I mean? And I'm sure they probably have like a quota or something too. That would be interesting to see. Like, is there a quota? Do they have, someone lurking over them? Or are they only able to approve so many at a time? How old are these people that are, dictating whether or not someone gets stats or not? So I'm lucky enough not have to deal with this because it just seems like a whole convoluted mess and it's just extra. So it's just a whole issue. But I mean, on the outside looking in, I can see how most people with autism or neurodivergent or whatever the term is, I thought autism was a scientific term. I thought that was fine to use, but apparently people don't like using scientific terms, so not. I think for the most part, most people with that on the spectrum are probably able to handle lines and cues, but the extreme cases probably can't, right? But again, I mean, I don't like people as much as the next person. But I know like lines, unfortunately, unless you buy express passes, it's something you have to deal with, unfortunately. And it's not even something that you just have to deal with. It's like Disney's making it worse for these lines also. They're making it even worse for people to have to buy the extra $20, $30 express pass just to not deal with longer lines, so I don't know. I don't have to deal with it. I'm just reporting it. At least it's 1 year. That's good. Right? Oh my God. This is what we're doing, guys. It's always someone. It's always somebody. They don't understand the laws of physics. You can be neurodivergent without being... Yeah, true. People do not understand the laws of physics with hats and rides. They could fall off, okay? Come on, people. You act like you've never ridden your bike with your hat on before. How old are we again? Of course, we have another Jamoke that goes to Disney and has to get evacuated because he dropped his hat somewhere and he just had to have his hat back because he paid $100 probably for it. But we're gonna check out this idiot too. And we're gonna watch the TikTok. A guest caught the video of a man walking alongside Tiana's ride track fume as he was searching for his lost hat. The user explained Mama was just trying to get a cute video for us coming down the rope and says she caught this man risking it all for a hat. The ride had to be stopped. We all got evacuated. Disney rules: keep your arms, legs, and common sense inside the ride at all times. Video starts as the log comes down. Just as it arrives, the loop around the bridge, a man appears to be walking alongside the ledge with his phone out. He scans the water. Cast member overshadows. Stop walking. He continues walking. Guest behind the camera. This is not a good idea. Cast member once again instructs the guest, stop moving, stand exactly where you are. He continues walking back and forth, looking into the water. Though nothing he says was caught on video, someone behind the camera explains the man said, I lost my hat. Nobody cares. Eventually, the person filming says, oh, they're getting him now. Oh, we gotta watch this. We're watching this. As cast members approach, though they aren't visible in the video, someone jokes, hey, they follow me to the exit. Sorry about that. You lost your hat and your privilege. Hey, follow me to the exit. Sorry about that. You lost your hat and your privilege to be here. The video ends with Lewis and Alice. Something seems to be a temporary delay. Oh, yes, we're watching this. Getting off the ride before the designated exit and walking along track is against safe. Yes. The video is particularly dangerous as one could easily slip and fall. Yes. Guests may stay inside the ride vehicle and follow the instructions. If you lose something, inform the cast member. They can search for the ride or replace the item for free. Oh, that reminds me. I got to submit that form for my missing umbrella. As guests narrating the video alludes, the man walking along the track was likely removed from the park and banned for putting himself at risk. Yes, this isn't the first time at Tiana. A guest shared a video of a man walking out who got out of his Tiana's ride and wandered the ride for 40 minutes. In 2023, Disneyland got off and said she was having a panic attack. Oh, we gotta watch this one too. All right. Here we go, guys. Here we go. We're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch this, guys. Where's the volume? Oh. Of course. Of course, he's an idiot. He looks like an idiot.
That's not a good idea.
Stop moving. Stand exactly where you are.
He's in trouble. They're calling him.
Bro, your hat's not there.
Maybe he doesn't speak English, so he doesn't understand what they're saying.
No, he said I lost my hat.
Oh, did he? Okay, he does then. Oh, they're getting him now.
Oh, they get him now.
Okay, follow me to the exit. Sorry about that. You lost your hat and your privilege.
Bro, oh my god. And he's so, oh my god, what a why? That's what I'm saying. What was he gonna do? Jump in the water and get it? And not only that, first of all, hats usually float for a little bit of time. So where you thought you lost your hat, it's not gonna be in that same spot anymore. So we gotta check out these other ones. Where's these other ones? Do they have a video? They don't even have a video. Okay, there's no video. Ooh, someone got tased? Of course, they don't have no videos of this. Okay, she was having a panic attack. Let's see.
What the hell?
What? Oh my gosh.
Oh!
What are you doing?
Oh. She's gonna have a panic
Do
attack.
that?
Can you do that? Did she come back? I want to see her come back.
Back in business.
All right, she freaked out. Okay, that one at least she went down the stairs and she ain't looking for a hat, I guess, but it is what it is. Yeah, but see, okay. We're talking about my hat. Are we gonna talk about my hat? We're talking about my hat, right? It's not my fault. I have the clip on and everything. The hat was not going to fall off. Okay. Now, if it was a regular hat, then yes, I understand taking that off. But nevertheless. Okay, guys. I feel bad for a young lady. She was having a panic attack. Wave your arms instead of peep. Because of CMs, because your cams. See, I understand her plight. She was fine. She was like, I gotta get off. And she went down the steps. Like, she wasn't on the thing. The dude was looking for his hat, number one. First mistake. Well, no. First mistake, he got out the ride. He got off his ride, number two. He was walking around in an area which is very slippery. That's where the big drop is. So he could have been crushed by the boat in some fashion. I don't know, crushed, but, he could have been messed up by the boat. He could have got hit. Because he could have slipped and fell into the water. Five, his haircut. I think his haircut is what did it too. But no, yeah, that guy was totally in the wrong. The girl, I can kind of see where she's having the issue, but nevertheless. We got more fiasco stuff. I love it. I was wondering when they were going to stop these people from pin trading right out front, right in front of Spaceship Earth or anything to that sort, right? So now we have the story. Guests at Epcot are no longer allowed to pin trade outside the shop, possibly to deter solicitation. I wonder if they're allowed to go somewhere else. They might not have them there, but I think they're going to start like moving in different areas and they're just going to boot them. Right? It's been year-long tradition for guests to set up the post outside pin traders where their pin books and bags or sidewalk. Since the area is close to the gift shop entrance, it's made easier for spots with pin trading. However, recent policy shift no longer letting guests with pin traders to the goal of displaying their collections. Cast members are now asking to move to the breezeway between creations and connections. Okay, so they're just telling them at least to move to seats over there so they can pin trade, which is fine. I don't like them being just sitting in the middle. They're just sitting. They're just blocking stuff and doing all that stuff. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. The move might be in part due to some space constraints. Yes, I knew. Guest relations told us there was a potential solicitation issue. Some guests outside the pin traders would tell other guests to go inside the shop, purchase a pin, and then bring it back out to trade. Ha ha! Yeah, buddy. That's hustling 101 for you. You like that? That's some hustlers for you. This is against the rules of pin trading, which is not supposed to involve the seller sending their trading partner to purchase something in specific. With trading moved to the breezeway, further from a shop selling pins, such solicitation will be more difficult. It will not. This is not going to stop until you prevent people from doing it entirely. All they're going to tell you is say, hey, you want to go to pin traders, buy this pin, and then come back, and I'll hold this pin for you. That's still going to happen. Will be more difficult. How more difficult? An extra 100 feet that I have to walk? It's whatever. Pin traders we spoke to said cast members told them they would be banned from the parks if they were caught trading outside pin traders. However, guest relations cast members said guests will not be banned, just asked to move. Guests can still casually pin trades, blah 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 blah. So there you go. I always thought that was a bad spot right there anyway. And they're always sitting there. There's a whole bunch of them. They're just sitting on the floor, creating traffic issues and all kind. Yeah, so I'm glad that they moved them at least, but it's not going to deter people from solicitation. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I saw this too. What is this? This is on Hiccups, right? This looks like this is on Hiccups. Right? That's Hiccups. What is that? What is that? How are they? How are they? How are they strapped up in here? Like how do they get strapped up in here? I don't know. I don't know. Can someone tell me? It's just to be able to cross to the other side. Okay, that makes sense. False alarm, people. False alarm. Okay, false alarm. We're safe now, okay? We're safe. Okay, there's a couple of things we needed to go over though, because I've been missing some things, right? We got 2 new trailers. There, good luck with that. We got 2 new trailers. Oh, I wanted to do, dang it, I forgot to do that. I can do that, I guess. We got trailers. We got Ironheart. We got Superman. I haven't seen these yet, so we're going to watch these, okay? I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to watch them. I hope it's good. I personally like Henry Cavill as Superman. I think he was like swole, like he was dope. You know what I mean? Like he kind of fit that. And I wish they did more with him, but you know, it is what it is. So we'll see. I mean, he kind of looks all right. He's got that all-American look of this guy, but he's not like, he doesn't look thick. He doesn't look swole, right? But I don't know. I digress. I already seen the live action trailer, I think I already watched it. But yeah, we're going to watch this and see how this goes. All right. Official Superman trailer. I can mess with it.
Universal Orlando.
I can mess with it. I do. It seems interesting because the problem is like where are we in the story, right? Where do we start off in the story? Because the problem is every time we change Superman or we wait a while and then do another Superman or any character for that matter, right? Like Batman. You know, Batman will have a couple movies and then it stops and then we have another origin story kind of. You know? And so are we getting an origin story or are we already like jumped into something? You know what I mean? Which is kind of like Man of Steel. I did like Man of Steel because like it had the origin story, but also it wasn't kind of like the boring origin story, like normal, you know, start from here and then, you know, it's like every Marvel movie that is a first movie or something. Iron Man, you know, Thor, Ms. Marvel, Captain Marvel, Captain America. I think maybe Black Panther was like one of the only ones. So there's not, you know, Thor technically wasn't really an origin story, but pretty much all these characters have origin stories. And their first movie is always an origin story. And it becomes exhausting to have everyone's origin. Like you have to introduce this character. But in order to introduce this character, they have to have an origin story because you have to know their origin in order to like the character, blah, blah. I'm tired of origin stories. And I think that's why I like, because Man of Steel was an origin story, but they did it differently. And it was just, I liked it. It was good. You know, they told the origin while you were with him, you know. But I will say that Ben Affleck's Batman, you didn't really need an origin story. He kind of had like a quick origin story because everyone's like, you already know Batman, right? Batman is Batman. You already know his parents died, da 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 da. And so they give that quick rundown, and then he's already Batman, so you don't have to worry about stuff, right? So I like how they did him as a not necessarily origin story, but like, he had an origin story, but it was quick and it was done for. You didn't need to know all the details and all that stuff. Like, yeah, he died, his parents died, whatever, right? So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with this Superman. And I will say he does look like a good, he's not as like beefy as Henry Cavill, but it's still worse because Superman technically doesn't have to be that beefy, right? And he just has to look like a good old boy, right? So I'm going to watch it again. I want to watch it again.
Are you being serious right now?
She already knows that he's Superman. So now she's talking, they're going back and forth and they're like, all right, you want me to interview as Superman? And then he's not even dressed as Superman. He just has his glasses off, right? That's like the whole thing. Like all of a sudden I'm Superman when I take my glasses off, right? So now maybe I did. I like he's got like this, like, it's almost pompous right there, but like he knows he's doing right. How does the Green Lantern Corps come out of this? Is he doing a fake? I don't know. I don't even know what he is. Is he British? I'm not. What is that? That's Green Lantern. That looks like Green Lantern. And he's like, I mean, it looks decent. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, once we actually watch it, I'm hopeful for it, but we have to see when it comes out. But I mean, it looks cool. I like Superman. And I hope the story goes well and everything, but you don't know until you watch it, so we'll just watch it and see. That's all. That's it. We'll just watch it and see. But it looks good. I enjoy it. I'll enjoy it. Let's see. What else do we have going on here? We did a lot of stuff. I'm trying to think. There's a lot of things I want to do. New details. We have new details. Ugh, it's just a lot. You don't know. Let's see what this lady wants. Okay, we back up now. All because I wanted to watch the Superman trailer? Hold on. I gotta hear this. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna mute you guys for a second. I watched it twice. Okay, interesting. So yeah, it didn't like that. It didn't like that I watched the Superman trailer. So I have to do reactions like that for Superman for like trailers after. Like what? What does that even mean? Hold on, let me check something out, because I do want to check something. It still says that my thing is monetization's on. Yeah, I'm not seeing any issues. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's stupid. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. So like, I guess I can't react to actual trailers live. Like I have to record it and then post it as a video, which is weird. But anywho, let me see if there's something else I want to. There's this. I need to watch this. All right, we're gonna watch this because I want to know. I need to know that DC lost a sponsor for real, man. What the heck? All right, we're gonna watch this. We're watching this. New details for Monsters Inc. roller coaster. I need the details because I can't wait to ride this coaster. I want it to be good. I want to be able to record or stream. It's probably going to have to be a chest mount, but more than likely this might be one of the rides that I can't even record on. So we'll see. I'm hoping we can do something to this. A chest mount, it would be fine. I'll deal with the chest mount, right? So let's check it out.
Hi there, Walksoneers. I'm Jack, and this is DSMY Newscast. And today, I want to talk about Monsters Inc. coming to Walt Disney World. And to be more specific here, I want to talk about the Monsters Inc. door-themed roller coaster that was announced at D23.
Yes, look at that. Look at that suspended coaster. That looks so dope. Such a great concept. I love how they're using us as like almost doors because it's like the same type of system. And it's just, I already know it's going to look cool. I hope it's very bright and vibrant inside. I really want this ride to be really cool. And I hope the Imagineers are doing something cool.
Built at Disney's Hollywood Studios in the next couple of years. As you see, over the past few months here on the channel, I've spoken about the Monsters Inc. land that's going to be built at Hollywood
Monstropolis
Studios, this whole Monstropolis land that you can see here within the artwork. That's unfortunately going to be replacing Muppets Courtyard and Muppet Vision 3D.
It is. We're getting rid of Muppets, guys. We don't like Muppets anymore. Get them out, right? It's just
still yet to talk about the major e-ticket attraction that Disney are going to be building as an extension to this whole Monstropolis area at Hollywood Studios. So that's what I want to do today. Let's talk about everything we know so far about this attraction and potentially uncover some new details along the way.
Yes, let's get some new details.
Not only is it going to be a big deal for the fans, but it's going to be a big deal for Disney. And the reason why it's a big deal for the fans is because this is a long time coming. This rumor dates back nearly 2 decades that this whole rumor began. And over the years, this rumor just never died. And fans kept requesting them build a door coaster at Hollywood Studios. And now, at long last, that's becoming a reality. But it's also going to be a big deal for Disney, as this is going to be the first ever suspended roller coaster system at any of the Disney parks around the world. Which is a big deal because it leaves the door open, which I've now just realised that's a terrible pun, but it leaves the door open for other suspended roller coasters to come to other Disney parks around the world as well.
Like what?
And so it's great to see Disney finally using this type of roller coaster system within the parks. And you're going to hear me say roller coaster an awful lot in this video, so I'll say sorry in advance for that. But anyway, with that being said, the roller coaster system itself really does matter here. And so who would be likely to manufacture this roller coaster for Disney? And I think there's just really one answer to this, as the insiders seem to indicate it's going to be Vekoma. And this is a manufacturer of roller coasters based in the Netherlands, and they have a past history working very closely with Disney in recent years, as they manufactured Expedition Everest, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Tron Light Cycle Run at Shanghai, and also at Walt Disney World, and
Guardians.
also Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind.
Yeah,
and so it seems very
buddy.
likely that the Coma will be the ones to manufacture this suspended roller coaster system. So, with that being said, let's hop on over to the website.
Yeah, let's look at it.
The Coma have actually got family suspended coaster
Oh, look at this.
systems,
We got mine train coasters, suspended family coasters, sit-down family coasters, motorbike coasters, sit-down thrill coasters, suspended thrill coasters. Look at that. Yeah, I think I want to go to this site too. This would be interesting.
They've also got thrill suspended roller coaster systems. Now, these are off-the-shelf suspended roller coaster systems that are already designed in terms of layout, and then you just buy them and construct them in place within an amusement park. But Disney isn't going to be building an off-the-shelf suspended roller coaster here. As we've already seen within the model, this is definitely going to be a custom layout and a custom build.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I don't think it's going to be using inversions and loops and corkscrews and all that kind of stuff.
No, it's going to be basic.
Disney's most likely to lean more towards using a family suspended coaster system, where they'll be leaning more into the speed, story, and thrill that the whole family can experience together. So in terms of height requirement, I reckon that this will be somewhere within the range of 44 inches to 48 inches.
Yeah, okay, that makes
families
sense.
can ride Space Mountain and Tron Light Cycle Run together, that kind of stuff. Now, this is going to be a custom build for this attraction, and we know this because back at South by Southwest, Disney released this previs animatic that you've probably already seen by now.
That is so cool. Look at that.
But it shows the previs animatic of the load area and unload area for this roller coaster attraction.
That's amazing. That is so cool to like have that, because I don't think I've seen anything like this as far as a coaster, with the exception of the ones that like they'll connect and then they'll go like this and then they'll drop you. So this is kind of like a similar theory of that, but it's gonna bring you up and then just put you right onto the track. That's dope. And that's exactly what the doors do. When the doors would come in, they would come in from the top and then they would slide down right into the slot. So it's totally on theme with Monsters.
And it shows a mechanism where it will lift the suspended coaster train, the entire coaster train, up into the air, and then it will connect with the rest of the roller coaster track, and then you'll go on to the rest of the roller coaster from there.
This reminds me, my Christmas gift or my birthday gift. I need the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. That's what I need. I need those Ray-Ban Metas so I can record all this stuff.
And this obviously is mimicking the door retrieval mechanism that you can see within the movie on the scare floor.
It's perfect fit. Perfect fit.
The doors up and down from the door warehouse for the laugh floor. So Disney are staying very true to this whole world building idea within this attraction, but you are within this Monsters Inc. door warehouse, and instead of sending doors, they're sending a roller coaster train.
Look at all those doors. That's what's crazy.
Door warehouse here. So they're staying very true to the actual movie here. But Disney also revealed something else which is very interesting for this attraction, and that is in episode 3 of We Call It Imagineering, the YouTube series, Michael Hunjan,
which I need to watch. I probably need to watch this.
Is the Vice President of Creative at Walt Disney Imagineering, described the following. He said that guests will go up in the air and hit the first boost zone and get shot out into the door vault within Monsters Inc. Now what's interesting here is the term boost zone. As you see, typically, when it comes to suspended coaster systems, they begin at ground level, and then they use a lift hill to get you up to the height which is required for the actual roller coaster itself to then take place. But this isn't using a lift hill, this is using a completely new mechanism system that will take guests from ground level all the way up to connect with the rest of the roller coaster track and send the roller coaster trains on their way. But because you're at that height, it means that there needs to be some sort of acceleration to get you into the actual gravity box, which in terms of roller coasters, gravity boxes are called that because you never stop moving once you go in there, because gravity is doing its job, taking you round the rest of the building. So to begin the actual attraction, there will be some sort of launch sequence out into the door warehouse, which if there's going to be a launch sequence, potentially there's some sort of show scene there. Because if you're stopped for a second, or even if you're waiting for a couple of seconds, there might be some sort of story beat that makes it so therefore we go out into the door warehouse. So that's another thing to mention there about this attraction. But there will be a launch at the beginning of the attraction, and it was also mentioned within the episode as well that multiple roller coaster trains will be visible within this show building. So there's going to be a whole level of kind of energy and kineticism within this attraction as you're going to be weaving around this whole door warehouse. You'll see other guests on their roller coaster trains as well, which will add to a whole
like that. That'd be kind of cool.
The actual roller coaster itself. But then I want to come to this other point, which is this also might have a world's first, as not only is it a Disney first suspended roller coaster, but from what I can tell from the research I've done, this will be the world's first fully themed with immersive theming all around, fully enclosed inside of a gravity box suspended roller coaster system. And I'm sure people will comment down below here, but the other indoor suspended coaster systems all kind of take place within a indoor amusement park settings, and certainly I haven't come across anyone that goes within its own gravity box show building. Of the research I've done of it being fully themed and it's a suspended roller coaster system. But speaking of that theming within this attraction, this is going to be all enveloping. It's going to be all around you. It's going to be immersive, and to do this I think it's going to have a heavy use of mirrors within the attraction, and it's going to have mirrors very carefully placed at just the right angle to create kind of a infinity mirror illusion where it feels way more expansive than it actually is.
Like it has a million doors.
Huge show building that we're within. But either way, there's going to be an awful lot of theming within this building itself, but they'll be using probably mirrors to maximize that theming, get even more out of it. And I'm sure there'll probably be some LED screen components where the doors can open up and there'll be like a story
that'd be
scene
dope.
that takes place on certain things to make it seem like you're looking within the actual door itself. And that actually brings me on over to Disney California Adventure. When I was looking at the artwork and I stumbled across this scene within the Monsters Inc. ride at California Adventure, the Sully and Boo on the door in this scene here looks near identical to the figures that we can see of Mike, Sully and Boo on the door within the artwork, which leads me to think
that's just someone being like really... That's just someone that's like trying to mock it up really quick and just make it look cool.
Could they be reusing some of the show theme from this attraction within this door coaster at Hollywood Studios? As there's been rumours that the Avatar Land might be being built in the Hollywood Land backlot area at California Adventure. And if that ends up happening...
Look at this. Okay. So these are where the buses... All right, let me use my mouse. These are where the buses, I guess, go. It's hard for me to see because so the front of the park is this way, I believe, or it's this way. I can't remember. Oh no. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see again. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to look for. Okay, this looks like that's Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, right? I'm pretty sure. This looks like Spider-Man, and then this is like the Avengers thing. So then that means that the front of the park is like right here. And then this is okay, yeah. So this is where the buses are, and this is where you walk up. And then Disneyland's over here and California Adventure's right here. So it's literally on this drive right here because I always remember because we used to drive down here and you could see Mission Breakout from the road. It's literally like you're on the road. That's what's so amazed me about California Adventure and Disneyland in California is that like how much of a space it's in. and it's just surrounded by road and by houses, and just like it's just in the middle of everything. It amazes me so much. And then like you have McDonald's across the street, you have a bunch of hotels. Like it's just amazing to me like how this space is just in everything, and like you could just walk up to it. It's just the craziest thing to me.
California venture. And if that ends up happening, then the Monsters Inc. ride there will close and get demolished.
Ooh, see, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that Monsters was in that section, Monsters Inc. ride. I thought, for whatever reason, I thought it was in like Toontown or something, which doesn't make sense to me. If anything, it's not a Pixar movie either, is it? I'm trying to think. I don't think it is a Pixar movie. Otherwise, it would be in Pixar Pier, because that would make more sense putting it in Pixar Pier, but it's not a Pixar movie, I don't think. So now I want to know if it's a Pixar movie or not.
And so these figures will need to find a new home, and where better than the door coaster that Disney's building at Walt Disney World, as then they can get extra life out of these figures. And the figures within the Monsters Inc. dark ride would serve that purpose. And then we also have to remember that there's the Monsters Inc. Ride and Go Seek attraction that opened in 2009 over at Tokyo Disneyland, and this has more advanced animatronics. But
yes, their animatronics are amazing.
More complex composition of show scenes and illusions used within the attraction, more so than what we saw with the reskinned superstar limo figures used within the California Adventure Monsters Inc. ride. And so Disney could maybe be looking to dust off some of the CAD files for that Tokyo attraction and use them as kind of a developmental basis to help quicken the pace.
Those are cool attractions, like the animatronics.
Attraction. But then we come to the track layout, and at D23 they had a model for this roller coaster. And
yeah, they had a model.
Scott Walker over on Twitter, who posted a version deciphering the track layout here, and I've used that as a reference point along with the model that.
Yeah, like look at this. So right here is where you get on the ride, and it goes up, and then it brings you into the system, and then like right here is probably the boost, and then all in here is the ride.
We have seen as well.
Look at that. What's crazy is that this comes out this way too.
And I've created my own track layout that we can see here.
Oh, he's got his own track. Okay, yeah.
And it really does give you a good idea that Disney is trying to capture that kind of sense of chaos.
Yeah, okay. So we're loading and unloading, right? So we're loading this way. I don't know. It doesn't matter which way we load. It really doesn't. But once we're in here, all this area is dark, and this is like the main section of the coaster, and then it kind of peers. I don't know why it comes out this way. That's crazy.
Within the door warehouse, that you're weaving and overlapping the track layout design to kind of create a sense of dynamic energy that you'll be seeing other coaster trains within the building. And so that's what we can see from the track layout. It's uncertain whether this was an older model that they had on display or this is the most up-to-date model. So we don't know if this is the exact layout, but it gives us a very good idea of roughly what they're aiming to do with this door.
And it seems like it's going to be a short coaster too.
That brings me to the size of this building that they're going to need to construct, as this is going to be quite a good sized building that they're going to be building within the backstage space off what is currently Muppet Courtyard.
Right.
So this is actually going to expand the footprint of Hollywood Studios with this attraction. And I just want to give two examples of gravity boxes for other roller coasters within this space. So this, for an example, is the gravity box building from Rock and Roller Coaster at Hollywood Studios at the other side of the park, within the same location here. And it's approximately 33,000 square feet, that building is, give or take maybe 1,000 feet on either side. And then this is the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind gravity building, within the same space as well, and it's double the size, roughly around 74,000.
Yeah, you need it for Guardians.
So
Guardians is a dope
I don't think
ride.
that this is going to be anywhere near the size of the gravity building for Cosmic Rewind, but I do think it's going to be probably a little bit bigger than the Rock and Roller Coaster show building.
I would agree.
Just based on what we saw with the model. And to build into this backstage area, it should be a fairly simple build because there's not much back there right now, and they're going to need to build out into the backstage road for the park, and they'll need to reroute that round the new building.
Yeah, and
It's
they have too
also
much
going to
customer
eat into
parking right
some
there.
of the cast member parking lot area for Hollywood Studios. So it's not the most difficult thing to build here, and probably the reason why they ended up choosing Muppets Courtyard for this coaster to be built within this location is because it's a straightforward project to build fairly quickly. I do want to mention very quickly the height of this show building.
That building looks
it's going
pretty
to be
big.
fairly tall to be able to sufficiently house a suspended coaster system like what we're going to be getting with this Monsters Inc. attraction. And so based on the model that you can see here, it's quite a wide show building at the back. And so
that is a cool looking building, I will say. Oh, hey, Cruz, how you doing? Appreciate you coming through.
The artwork is kind of more true to the actual movie, when this is going to be a slightly different version of the Monsters Inc. HQ building. But the reason why they're opting to theme the exterior of this building, which I think is a great move by Disney's part, to actually, you know, theme the actual coaster building itself, unlike what we saw with
Cosmic Rewind, yeah,
is because it's going to be very visible within the park itself.
Right.
So there's no getting around it. As you're walking up to the attraction,
yeah, you have to
see
the
building. So you might as well theme the exterior of it to the Monsters Inc. HQ. And after all, they do have experience doing this themed exterior facade of the Monsters Inc. HQ.
Oh, they did in
Tokyo. They did it over in Tokyo Disneyland, but obviously that used a lot of forced perspective, and this time around the building's going to be huge. So most likely they'll be using some painted flats to help hide the massive show building here. But then, lastly, we need to come to the construction timeline. Now, Disney has already begun some preliminary site work by taking down the former Streets of America facade that was left in place there, and by removing that facade,
all that
is
back
actually
there,
going to
yeah.
be where we're walking toward.
And I will admit, I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong. I didn't think that they would put it there, even though it showed that they were doing some construction behind Muppets. I can admit when I was wrong, okay? I was hoping they wouldn't move Muppets, but it makes sense when everything is all said and done. That's where it's most logical, is that's where it was going to go. So I was wrong.
For this attraction. But proper construction,
I can admit that.
You know, actual shovels in the ground and all that sort of stuff, probably won't begin until after Muppet Vision 3D closes on June 7th. So I reckon we'll...
June 7th. We are less than a month away from Muppets closing. Do you understand how pivotal that is? June 7th.
The July start date for active construction on this roller coaster.
Which makes sense.
Now, in terms of build time, recently Disney's received criticism for moving too slow in the post-pandemic era on attractions and taking too long to build things. But in the pre-pandemic era, Disney managed to construct things fairly fast. Now, just as a reminder, Toy Story Land was roughly a 2-year build from 2016 and then it opened in 2018. And even Star Wars Galaxy's Edge only took roughly around 3 years to construct. It began construction April of 2016 and then
it should not take
August
that
of
long.
2019. So it was just over a 3-year build for an entire land. So I reckon that they could have this Monsters Inc. door coaster open and ready for 2028, which gives them roughly 3 years from the summer of 2025 for the summer of 2028 to have this thing open. As we know that they've got Tropical Americas, you know, with Encanto and Indiana Jones. That's going to be their big summer offering for 2027. And so for 2028, I would probably expect them to be pushing Monsters Inc. and the door coaster and Monstropolis as the big new thing for 2028. So that's everything we know so far about this Monsters Inc. door coaster that's going to be constructed at Hollywood Studios.
I can't wait, man.
With that being said, it's over to you for Boltoneers.
Sierra, we're going to have to get these Meta Ray-Ban glasses, man, so we can start recording these things. We won't be able to stream through the Ray-Bans, but hopefully I'll be able to at least use like the GoPro or something, right? So yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do, right? Yes, also congratulations, Sierra, on getting your master's. That's awesome. That is pretty awesome. I need to check. Let me check real quick, because I think that's all we're gonna I think that's all we're gonna get through today. I mean, there's still a lot more stuff to go over, but it's just like it's a lot. It's a lot. How long was I've been streaming for? About 2 hours or so. Okay. Not too much. Been doing more time for YouTube. Yeah. More time for YouTube, exactly. I know, now that you're done with school, now you have more time to get out there, man. You got to get out there in that hot sun. What are you doing for the summer? What do you I'm not going to I can't. I just went out today, Sierra. I went out and hold on. I went out today and all I did was go to Publix. That's all I did. I went inside Publix and came outside. It was so hot. I just couldn't. I was done for the day. Okay? I was done. I just, oh my God. I got my Superman ice cream though, so that's good. I got my Superman ice cream. We got fruit. We got some cereal. We got all the good stuff. I got marshmallow fluff for my sandwiches. Oh my God, it's so great. I love it. I love it. You missed it too. I got my stream got booted because I was watching the Superman trailer. So apparently I can't react to a Superman trailer. Now I have to record videos now. You're going on the high seas in June? Oh. Wait, is that a specific high seas cruise? Which cruise is that? Does that mean you're going for like ever? Like for like a month? So you're going in international water? See, I don't know. I didn't get it. I don't think I got a strike though. Here, let me show you. Like, I didn't get a strike yet. It shows that I'm still getting monetization and I'm still live. But like, it blocked me and I had to like re-up the stream. It's just a figure of speech. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I won't know until I stop the stream whether or not something happens. 7 days? Oh man. I think that's too long for me personally. Anything longer than like 3 or 4 days, I think I'll become like, I'll have like withdrawals, like computer withdrawals, you know? I don't think I could take it. I need my digital stuff. I need my computer. I need gaming. I need that stuff. I can't last that long. What is this?
I've been lucky enough.
What is this? This guy might have a pretty good video. But yeah, okay. You get lazy and rest on the sea days. Oh yeah. I think what I would end up doing is like probably getting drunk or something. Or I mean, they do give you stuff to do when you're there, you know, they have like stuff, but like the day games, some of the day games are kind of boring or whatever, but it just depends on what cruise you go on. You know, I'll just eat all day is what I'll do. I'll eat all day. So yeah, I'm trying to see right now what else is happening here. If there's anybody else, if I want to like watch some other stuff. Oh, you try to get more footage. Yeah, that makes sense. I think that's what I should do. Which reminds me, where's my thing? I need to mail this off, number one. So let me put that out here. This. I have my, where's it at? I need to get this video done. Where is it at? Here it is. I found it. You also have the drink patches. Yeah, you're gonna be wasted. You're gonna be white girl wasted, bro. Get that white girl wasted in you. Okay, let me see if, how do I want to do this? Oh, this video I'm probably just gonna edit anyway. So I'll just name it off or whatever. I think that's what I'll end up doing. But how do I want to do this? The last time I was on a ship, you ordered margarita frozen extra shot. You was down. I'm a lightweight too. I am. So like one or two strawberry daiquiris, I'm Gucci. You know, one Long Island, and I'm good. I'm trying to see now. I need to do a video real quick, but I could probably just do the video later and not during my stream. So yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll do that later. So what I'll do for now. Let me see if I can find it. Cause that's I've talked a lot of stuff. I think I just want to chill out and game or something. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to see. And with this channel, it's a little bit different. How come I uninstalled that? Okay, that I'm installing. And I think we'll do this. I don't like this song. This song is booty. We're gonna do some Planet Coaster, I think. I've talked enough. I don't want it on this screen. They put it on the wrong screen. Let me move it. There it goes. All right, we're good now. Confirm. Does it have its own music? I don't think it does. It does, but I'm just... Park music. Da, 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 da. Okay, I haven't played this in forever, though. Hey. Ew. Where's my park at? Theme Parks Assemble. Here it is. This is it, guys. I may have to move my camera, but we'll figure it out. I haven't played this so long. I forgot how to play. I'm not even joking. Taking forever to load. What's happening here? Do I have... Why is this taking forever to load? Jeez Louise. Holy cow. Jeez. That's all on... Oh, that's because... Remember, this is Ghostbusters land. A ghost is roaming the park. View ghost. We'll get him. The ghost has been in your park. Consider. Okay. Get him. Jesus. Okay, let's back up. Okay, yeah, this is my portal, right? My portal, Ghostbusters portal. Okay. Now I know it's badly built, but bear with me, okay? There's a lot of people wanting to get on this ride. It's pretty insane. I mean, all these rides are full to the brim. Like, yeah, the problem with this coaster, it's not fleshed out. It doesn't have like all the little things, you know? Okay, and this is a ghosty coaster too. And then there's this one too. Is this not even open? Oh, we can open it now. Okay, it's open. It's open for business. We got the exit. Okay. Spinning ghoster. Okay. What did I have over here? I had something over here that I just deleted. I think I need to start over, honestly, because I don't even remember what was happening here. I think that's what I might have to do. I smell food, though. I smell food. All right, we're gonna create a whole new park, okay? Let's just look. All these saves. All these downloads. Custom. A bustling cityscape, I guess.
Oh? Ah. Oh. Hey-o.
Yeah, see, let's just do that. Let's just do city. We'll do yeah. We'll do this. Okay, we're gonna start a new city. We'll start a new park, okay? Okay, this is how I wanted it anyway. But first we need to flatten this. Flatten to surface. We're gonna flatten all this bad boy, okay? For giggles. Flatten all this stuff. Get it gone. Flatten it all. Okay, there we go. Alright, don't want to mess that up already. Wait, how the How? Making this flat. We ain't doing no stairs. We're not dealing with those stairs, bro. Can't deal with the stairs. Okay. Where is this? It's right here. You know what I forget too? I forget how to... Eight-meter paving slabs, asphalt. It's not connected though. That's what's weird. Like, I want pass, but I also... Align to grid, align snap. Curb on ground path. No, I don't want curb. Railing on elevated. See, I want all of this. The hell? See how that's... How do you get rid of this? You know what I mean? See what I mean? I have to watch. See, I shouldn't even play it. 'Cause I have to. It's such a pain in the butt. Because now I have to figure out how everything gets. How do you connect things? And I don't remember anymore. It's a pain in my derriere. How long has it taken whatchamacallit to install? How come it was paused? Camera will follow. Camera moves freely. There. Okay, we'll do something like that real quick. Oh, my booty. Remember, we have all this space. Okay. We need buildings. Which one has the entrance? Okay, it's not that one. All right, which one was it? I have so many buildings. I don't remember which one it was called, or what it even looks like. It was, no, that wasn't it. This is such a pain in the butt. I want to give, I can give up now. Yeah, see, I want a large building. I mean, I get, where's the other one? Oh, it's this one? Is it this one? Oh. There's nothing inside that. I can't use that. It's not that. Okay, not that one. That's a basic building. That is just a building. That is kind of cool. But no, that's not what we're needing. Not that. Not that. Holy shiza. It's gotta be one of these then. I can't find this building. See, now I want to see what this building's called. It's gonna piss me off. Yeah, November was the last time I played this. I have to see now. Because now I'm annoyed and I want to find out what it was. I don't even know, but we're gonna play with this. Okay, we're just gonna keep this. Okay, because there's a lot of people in here anyway, and I don't know why this was. I don't know why this ride was closed, but we're just gonna reopen it. Oh, it was testing. That's why we're testing. Hurry up and test. I think I moved something, that's why it got locked. There it goes. Okay, now we're open. Okay, y'all can come back now. Okay. Oh, I was about to say, why can't I see the inside of it? Okay, this is just one portal. Okay, we need to add some other stuff. Okay. I don't know what I did here. Okay, so we're gonna stop that. We're gonna look at our rides and see what kind of rides we got. Blueprints. Load. Okay, I want rides. Shops, rides. Coaster ride, building, track ride. Let's do some of this stuff first. Okay, where are we at? Okay, that's fine. If I had any time on my hands, I would just make this whole thing into a street and do it that way. There was, oh, let's say there was a way to do it. No. Angle Align to grid. Camera will follow. How did I do this? Square edges. How did I do this? How did I? Oh my gosh, I don't know how I change this. Oh, yeah. Align to grid. Yes, align to grid. I swear, somehow I mess with the camera. I mess with the speed of the... Oh my god, it's so annoying that this thing is going slow. Where is it? There it goes. Alright, there we go. Jeez Louise, Papa Cheese. All this, they're gonna be mad because I'm gonna break this. There we go. I don't know why it makes me do it one at a time though. It's kind of pissing me off actually. This is just boring stuff. Nobody wants to see me make a path for an hour, you know? You want to see some rides, right? I need buildings too. Yeah, blueprints. Give me the blueprints. Bank. All right, calm down, calm down. How do I forget how. There it goes. Okay. Oh, get out of there. Look at this. How am I supposed to... It's supposed to be right here. Oh, I need to fix my settings. Disable coaster, disable ride, disable ride. Stop rides, okay. I'm disabling it. I should, oh, okay. Why? Why? This should be fixed. It should be fixed. Disable scenery collision. Disable ride collision. Disable terrain collision. Guest litter, guest vomit. I don't want all that. Let's turn that off. I turned this on for a reason. Okay, let's turn this all off for a second. See, it doesn't do that, so now I have to turn it back off. See, it's still not. What's happening? I don't get why it's. Hey, Brian. I turned off collision detection. Nothing is touching. What? It's just so weird. It's the dumbest thing. The whole building. Oh my god. I don't want that. All right, this building's gonna be the death of me. Okay, we're gonna do this. Delete. Edit building. Give me the whole thing. Oh, well, we're about to not play Planet Coaster is what we're about to do. Because this is annoying me. It's annoying. I'm actually probably not going to play anything because Planet Coaster was pissing me off. I don't know how to work the game. If I had like 70 hours into the game, I'd probably know what I was doing, but I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna switch to a different thing altogether. I'm just gonna chill out for the rest of the day. It's 7 o'clock. We'll be done streaming. I'll just post videos and all that stuff, so you'll see all that stuff later. So yeah, it's not theme park related, so that's why I'm not putting it on here, but I'll probably play on my off time, but I'll definitely see you guys later. Y'all stay safe. Thank you guys for watching. I'll post the some more videos. We got some videos. We got the Harry Potter coming out tomorrow, and I'll do a top 10, or not top 10, but like my top rides for Epic Universe. And yeah, but I'm gonna go, guys. Y'all stay safe. Y'all peace out.